These three things say everything about you. Okay, what three things am I talking about? What three things can tell somebody everything they need to know about you? Now, there's multiple things that tell us who you are about you, let people know exactly who you are as a person, right? But I'm going to share three things that say everything about you. Number one, how you talk to other people. Now, how you talk to other people, yeah, there's a lot involved with that. There's a lot that you can unpack with that. So let's just start dissecting that. Let's unpack it a little bit. How you talk to other people. Now, I'm not just talking about the respect or lack thereof that you have when you talk to other people, but the language that you use when you talk to other people. Do you cuss a lot in that? Because that definitely starts revealing something about you. What about the subject matter? What are the things that you like to talk about? What if you're not even engaged in the conversation? Maybe you're talking to somebody and you're thinking about something else, so you're not really there in the conversation. How do you respond to them? Are you really listening? Do you value the other person that you're speaking with? Do you make the person you're speaking with feel that you're more important than they are, or that they're very important to you? How do you phrase yourself? How do you conduct yourself in a conversation? That speaks volumes of who you are as a person. Now, it goes without saying, but really start paying attention to how you talk to other people, not just the language, but the subject matter. Do you talk negatively about other people? Maybe you just gossip. Maybe the majority of your conversation is negative rather than positive or uplifting. Maybe you're talking about problems or just wallowing in issues and negativity rather than talking about solutions and how to get out of stuff and positivity and how to lift people up, how to get out of a situation, how to problem solve. So think of all those things when you're in a conversation with somebody. You need to have eye contact. You need to let them know that they're important. Maybe ask them more questions than you're talking. So ask more than you tell in a conversation. What do you learn about somebody when you're talking to them? Here's a little trick. When you're talking to somebody, if you're asking a bunch of questions, which is good because people like talking about themselves and it makes them feel important when you ask questions. But remember two or three things that they talk about. Then the next time you talk to them, bring that up. Hey, how's so-and-so? How's your sister? How's your mom? How's that job situation? Whatever it was that they told you about, bring it back up because that lets them know that you were listening and it makes them feel very good about themselves. And guess what it tells them about you? You care about other people. You value other people. You're a good person. You're an easy person to talk to, right? You're a positive person. You're uplifting. They feel good when they're around you. So you could list out 2 columns, what not to do in a conversation and what to do in a conversation. And start breaking down all these things that I'm talking about and list your negative column and your positive column and then ask yourself, which column do I mostly fit into? Because you might check a couple of boxes in the negative category and check maybe 1 or 2 in the positive and you're like, well, I'm kind of a blend. Or maybe you're all in the negative column. Whichever one it is, you need to get over to the positive column because depending on who you want to be as a person, you can start with how you talk to other people. It's just that simple. Focus on the things that you're talking about. Keep them positive. Make eye contact. Make the person that you're talking to feel very important by asking them questions and by being interested in what they're talking about. So that's number 1. Number 2, how you manage time. You normally don't think about that saying much about you, but how you manage time or not speaks volumes of who you are as a person. Do you procrastinate? Do you show up late? Do you laugh it off? Is that kind of who you're known as so-and-so is going to be late? When you're late, you laugh it off and you're thinking, yeah, that's just the way it is. And everybody's like, yeah, well, they're going to be late. And you've kind of embraced that as something cute. It's not cute. Being late is not cute. It lets everybody there know, whether it's one person, two person, or a bunch of people, it lets everybody there know that they are not important. You are important because you took time on yourself to be selfish and take too much time to get there. And then you're frantic, you can't find the place, you can't find a parking place, you can't get up to the thing, you're figuring out, you're all flustered, you're trying to think of, crap, what am I going to say to everybody? You're a little embarrassed, or maybe you do embrace it, maybe you do think it's cute. Well, trust me, it is not cute. So you come walking in, everybody's already there, you've already missed part of what's going on. Don't let that be your life. How you manage time speaks volumes of you. If you can't manage time, which is super, super simple, then more than likely the other big areas of your life, like relationships, your career, all this other stuff, your family, your health, all this other stuff kind of falls to pot because you can't manage time. It starts with time management and having a good respect for the clock and a good respect for other people's time. Because if you are going to an event, if you're meeting somebody else, if you're meeting a group of people, you need to get there early. You need to plan and let them know you are important to me and I'm excited about whatever this is. I'm excited about getting here. I'm excited about being with you. And it lets them know that by being there on time. Now, here's another thing. Being on time, if it's at 2 o'clock, doesn't mean getting there at 2 o'clock. It means getting there at 1:45. That's on time. Because you found the place, you found a parking place, you got yourself situated, you gathered whatever you need to bring, you go into the thing, you got a little bit of time to just kind of sit and chill. There's something magical. And everybody out there who manages time well and loves getting places early can vouch for this. There's something magical about getting somewhere early and just sitting there and chilling out and calming down. There's something very peaceful about that. And then when the time actually arrives and you show up, you're ready to kill it. Whatever it is, you're ready to kill it because you've had that chill time. Rather than spending all this time at home, spending whatever time that you thought you needed, stopping off to get gas, stopping off to pick up a coffee, whatever it is, to be late. And then you can't find the parking place. You can't get in there on time. You're all flustered. You can't really enjoy whatever the event was. You shouldn't have went in the first place because you didn't even enjoy the event and you let everybody know that they're not important, the ones that showed up. So, yeah, get there early. Start managing time better because everybody around you watches how you manage time. And you're not just managing your time. When there's other people involved, you're managing their time. Sometimes they know it's just like, hey, I invited this guy and he's always late, so let's just go ahead. We're just going to go ahead with whatever it is. We are not waiting on this person because they're always late. Maybe life goes on without you, and that maybe you're the butt of the joke and you don't even realize it. So start managing your time better, and then all these other things in your life will start falling into place. Your relationships, your family, your health, your career, all this other stuff will start making sense once you start managing time better and having a better respect for how you treat time. And the third and final thing that I want to throw into this little group is personal development. How much time do you spend getting better at being you? How much of that time? Are you the same person that you were a year ago? Are you the same person you were 3 years ago, 5 years ago? Maybe you're worse of a person than you were a year ago. Maybe you wish you could rewind the clock because you were a better person then. People notice that about you. People notice if you're working on yourself. Are you getting more lazy? Are you not managing your time well? Are you speaking disrespectfully to other people? Have you lost all self-respect on yourself? Are you losing your reputation? Are you gaining weight and getting out of shape? Not really focusing on your health? About to lose your job? Maybe bouncing from job to job? What are you doing in the category of self-development? That's another very controllable area of your life. The easiest way to do it is to find out the things, to list the things, to ask other people, talk to me, what do I need to improve on? You probably know it yourself. Just look in the mirror and ask that person, what do I need to work on? and then start looking for authors, leaders, people who pour back into other people with books, with audiobooks, with YouTube channels, with other stuff to feed back into you so you can get better at being you. And you think, well, I don't have time. Everybody has the same 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Everybody. Goes back to number 2, time management. All you have to do is manage your time better, and you can have time to do anything. We always have time to do the things that we feel are important to us. If professional development is not important to you, you won't have time for it. But if it is important, you'll make time. You'll get up earlier, you'll stay up later. The easiest way to do professional development, in my opinion, is audio. Because when you get in your car, when you're driving to work, for me, I drive to work, it's a 35-minute drive, to and from. I got 1 hour and 10 minutes in my car every day. I could just veg out and listen to music, listen to nonsense, and just waste that 1 hour and 10 minutes every day. That's 5 days a week. But 5 days a week, 1 hour, 10 minutes a day, I'm listening to professional development to get better at areas in my life. I find people to pour back into me in the areas in which I need to grow. And then I listen to that to and from. And I make notes, I write notes, I keep a journal. I try to work on that. I try to share it with friends whenever I go to breakfast with friends. We're talking about stuff like that. Talking about, hey, what have I learned recently? What book am I reading recently? Who's pouring into my life right now? How can I pour into you? Maybe add some of that into your life, because if you want to really excel, which isn't that hard to do, most people are C and D students through life. It's very easy with not much effort to be a B student. You got to kick it in a little bit to be an A student in life, but it's doable. Every one of these things, how you talk to other people, how you manage time, and how you're working on your professional development is all in your reach. Every one of these, all 3 of these things are totally in your power. You don't have to rely on anybody for these 3 things. You are 100% in control of these 3 areas, and they speak volumes of who you are as a person. So do a little self-evaluation. Find out where you measure up on those 3 things and start digging in a little bit deeper. And trust me, you will be grateful. You will be proud of who you're becoming. You'll be proud of the relationships, the friendships, the work that you're starting to get, the career that you're starting to build, the life that you're starting to build for yourself and your future family if you don't have one yet. You're going to be proud of that. And it starts with these very basic things. There's many more, but these are 3 key ones that I wanted to share with you today. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you like stuff like this, and we'll see you next time.